Are we live? Just wait for someone to join, then I know if you're all getting me. Fantastic. I can see someone's joined there. So I know once someone's joined that, someone must be able to see me, and that's fine. So we hope everyone's okay. What a lovely day. It's so... Hi guys. It's so lovely. Honestly, I woke up at 5 o'clock this morning and like I could have started the day. I'm not that enthusiastic though. Don't start the day at 5 o'clock. Definitely not 5 o'clock. So just a couple of things before. Just wait for a couple of people to jump on. I'm sure some of you saw me post the other day about YouTube. I'd love it if you can subscribe to my channel. Yeah, I were always way too nervous to kind of do the whole YouTube and live videos, but yeah, I seem to, my confidence seems to have boomed. I don't know where it's come from. I actually missed you all yesterday, not doing a live. So yeah, I think I've got this. I think I've got it. So, yeah, I'd love it if you could all subscribe to my YouTube channel. But also, obviously, once we all get back to normality, it'll be great for the kids to still have a look. But for me also, to show off my animals. But also my little videos that kind of you don't really get to see. That'd be great. Sorry, just getting rid of that. So, today we are meeting Charlotte. Charlotte is a Mexican red-knee tarantula, and I've got something really special to show you today. Really special. We're not just going to be looking at her, but I'm going to be really getting in depth today because she's done something quite amazing these last couple of days. And it's funny because I'm a bit like a parent. Obviously I'm a parent to two boys, Declan and Kieran, but to my animals as well, I'm a bit like a parent because obviously when you work so closely, no matter what you're working closely with, Liv, you get a bit of a personal connection. And that's how I feel about my animals. Anyway, so when they grow and do different things, you know, you get a little bit of a flutter in your eye. It's so exciting. It really is. And to be able to see firsthand how these animals do things, you know, what you wouldn't normally get to see, like your typical Fred sat in corner of your... Has anyone else got a pet spider in the front room? Or is it just me? Am I just a little bit strange? Come on, comment, let me know. But yeah, I think when you see them do things, it kind of makes me feel like a grandma. But you know, you just get that personal connection with them. Anyway, so to be able to see them firsthand how they grow and do different things, to share it with everybody is like totally amazing. So yeah, I'm very excited about today. Now, Charlotte is, she's just a big hairy spider. That's all Charlotte is. Personally for me, the bigger, the hairier the better. I like big hairy spiders. I don't like little ones. I wouldn't be catching Fred in corner at the front room. People are always quite surprised when I say that, but I don't like crickets either because they're really quick. You've seen how quick they run? They don't even have running trainers on. That's well quick. But a tarantula, a bit more slower. You can keep an eye on where they are. Yeah. So, I'm going to try and do this now without kind of pretending we're on a roller coaster. Because if anyone else saw my video the other day of my mishaps, that's what it should have been, outtakes and mishaps. Because I felt like I was at Blackpool Pleasure Beach on the Big Dipper. Oh God, I could have been sick. But, show you a little bit about Charlotte. So, you see, just seeing if you can see Rango in the background. I think my head's eating his breakfast. So, show you down here. There she is. A Mexican red-knee tarantula. So like I said, tarantulas are large hairy spiders that live in lots of different places, mainly warm places. But what I want to show you before we start on with our worksheets is, and if you can see, sorry, let me just switch this. I've got this special round light thing that you can see a bit better. So you can see what she's actually sat on there. She's actually sat on her cobweb. Now, Charlotte spins a web called a blanket web, and that's a cobweb basically on the floor. And the reason she's actually sat on it is because it's protecting her. Now, a lot of spiders use webs for catching prey. Sorry. But Charlotte... Oh! Technology! Charlotte uses hers. Sorry, just stay with me, stay with me. Ooh. Who needs technology? So Charlotte actually uses hers for protecting her through a very, very vulnerable time. Now, like I said, Charlotte is a big hairy tarantula, and she's an animal called an invertebra. And basically, if you have been watching the videos previous, get my connections okay now, sorry. So she doesn't have a backbone. So if you sit up straight, for me, nice and tall, sit up straight, nice and tall, you can feel your backbone helps you do that. Now, Charlotte and lots of other smaller animals can't do that because they don't have a backbone. Now, we could still see on Monday when Michelle the snail, she was actually going quite, I don't want to say tall, but she was still moving because they're all adapted to do this in different ways. Now, Michelle has the snail, she has amazing muscle. Now, what Charlotte has got is something amazing, and it's called an exoskeleton. Now, it's not important if you can say that word or not, but if you exoskeleton. So it just makes it a little bit easier for you to be able to grasp and say that word. So her exoskeleton's quite special because although she looks hairy, she's actually got a nice hard exoskeleton. Now those hairs come in handy for different things. We'll come to that in a second. But her exoskeleton, to enable her to grow, has to be removed. A bit like us getting new clothes, we need clothes, obviously, because we grow. And that's the same as Charlotte. Charlotte grows, and to enable her to grow, she has to take off a layer of her exoskeleton. So, the way she does this is she flips herself on her back, and we know she flips herself on her back because just over here, that is her exoskeleton. So, pick it up without moving it too much. So we can see that's actually her shed. So it's her, not shed in your garden, but her shell almost. And it's really amazing for me to see because for anyone who has seen Charlotte recently will know last time she shed her exoskeleton, she had quite a poorly leg. So now, if we look at Charlotte, you can see she's got a perfectly formed leg. So under that exoskeleton that is a little bit poorly is a beautiful invertebra. She's part of the arachnid family. Now, the arachnid family all have 6 legs. We'll go into that tomorrow. But Charlotte has 8 legs. So she's definitely not an insect because insects all have 6 legs for insects, 8 legs for arachnids. And I will actually be if they know another arachnid. So I'm not getting. Sorry guys, I'm not getting. Is anyone actually there? And it says there's 20 people watching. I'm just wondering. Hang on. Hello. Hello, lonesome me. Somebody tell me you're there. Are you there? Is anybody there? Can someone just give me a bit of a reaction or... Bear with me. Bear with me. If you are watching, just bear with me 1 second. Just 1 second. Let's have a look what's going on. Little Zoo to you. Where are we? Sorry guys, if you are there and you are watching, just bear with me just for 1 second. I'm not sure if my signal is working. Ah, thank you, Kerry. Right. Right. So thank you, Kerry. I don't know why it's not. Okay, so about Charlotte's exoskeleton. Now the interesting thing is, a bit like a mother, them, and in this box, sorry, a bit up too close there. In this box is actually one. So she's at her biggest now. So we can see we've got a number of different ones. I'm just going to dig out one of the smaller ones. They are very, very, very delicate. So most of them now, unfortunately, don't have any legs. But that was her smallest one. So this is actually where her legs should be. But unfortunately, as these get older, they actually get really dry. Very, very delicate. So you see, you get loose legs falling off. But if you've ever met me and you've seen Charlotte out, you will know that I do like to show off my tarantula shed. Our worksheets. So because my gimbal thing is, which is very, very annoying. So let's have a look at our worksheets. I always got the answers first. So we've got the first one, which is fill in the blanks. That's the one we'll work off first. We've then got how many spiders can you find? Yes, I'm on a live look. Parts. So for our first worksheet, so it says tarantulas are large hairy spiders but live in warm areas. In general, you wouldn't. Don't get me wrong, I've seen some house spiders that resemble tarantulas, like they've got a backpack on, but these definitely aren't tarantulas. Remember, tarantulas are big, hairy spiders, and spiders, general spiders, don't have the hairs. I'll just show you an example. So I've got these resin. As you can see, it's got quite thick set legs. It's got hairs on its body. You can actually see the hairs on its body. Whereas this one probably most resemble your house spider. So it's quite big, but very, very thin legs, and definitely you can see no hair, not hair like a tarantula. So tarantulas are found in different areas of the world in the wild, more so than obviously here in the UK, because here in the UK it's very cold, and that is simply the reason. And they would live in South America, Southern North America, Southern Europe, Africa, Asia and Australia. Deadly funnel web spider that lives in Australia. So a lot of the spiders especially deadly ones, live in a lot warmer climates, simply because the prey that they would eat or consume, or the predators, are a lot bigger than you'd get in the UK as well. Arachnids are animals that have that all-important exoskeleton. They've got a 2-segmented part body and 8 jointed legs. So remember, they're part of the arachnid family because they've got those 8 legs. They don't have that backbone. They are cold-blooded, hence living in warmer climates. Their body temperature does depend on the environment. So exactly the same as the spiders we get at home. Generally, if it's cold, they will hide out. But if it's warm, you will, or when the finer weather comes, as today is, you will get a lot more spiders in your house or in your garden. And then when it starts getting cold, that's when they start coming back in the house. I hope you're all brave enough to catch those spiders for mums and dads. I'm not. There are around about 300 different species of tarantulas. Now, with regards to this, I don't doubt for 1 minute there is going to be lots more that have been undiscovered in the rainforest, places like that. Because, yeah, there's just so many species of animals that haven't been discovered yet. Now, the next statement, it says the biggest tarantula is... Now, if you can say that word and send me a video of you saying those words, I am going to be so impressed, and I will personally give you a certificate for it. So it says the biggest tarantula is the... How big is its leg span? Okay, so if I told you the leg span of that spider is longer than your piece of A4 paper, they get to round about 13 inches long, their leg span, which is quite big, quite scary for those who don't like spiders or have arachnophobia. I know my sister, God bless her, she's had a number of different therapies to try and get over her fear of spiders, including hypnotherapy. And before I had Charlotte, I had another one, another tarantula, and we did manage to actually get in the same room and her holding her, which was a massive breakthrough to say she couldn't even look at pictures of spiders. So it is a real fear. Now, with regards to this big long word that I can't say, the reason it's wrote like that is because it's the Latin word. Now, they put Latin names to animals because it's a worldwide language, is Latin, and everybody, in general, everybody understands it. It's the one word that everybody would understand. And it means Goliath bird-eating tarantula. So that's what that species of spider is. So the biggest tarantula is a Goliath bird-eating spider. And yeah, its leg span can reach up to 13 inches. So it's a big boy, definitely a big boy. Which family do tarantulas belong to? Well, just said then, they've got 8 legs. If they've got 8 legs, what family do they belong to? Definitely not the insect family. So they are part of the arachnid family. Tarantulas have an exoskeleton. What does that mean? Well, it means that they have an external skeleton that supports and protects their body. Okay, so it's very important for invertebrates because it is a form of protection for them. And as you can see on Charlotte, her exoskeleton does have, we can see it on this one. Where is it? We can see she's got lots of hairs on that exoskeleton. Those hairs are very, very good for protection. And what she would do, she would actually use these hairs in a number of different ways. The first way she would use these hairs is she'd actually use her 2 back legs to rub her bottom. Sounds a bit funny, doesn't it? Rubbing her bottom. But she would. So I'll give you a better look. I'm not going to touch her because, like want to upset her. So her two back legs, so these two, would actually rub on her body and cause those hairs to basically stand on end. So a bit like rubbing a balloon. I feel a bit lost here. I feel like I'm not talking to anybody, but I can see there's people on. I hope people can hear and see and their signal's all okay. Just seems weird not having comments for people to say hello to. Sorry guys. That's my light. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, so a bit like rubbing a balloon on your head. If you rub a balloon on your head, we all know makes you look like you've got funny hair and it stands on end. And by rubbing her bottom, what she would do is those hairs will actually come off. So they're called uricating hairs, and actually she uses them to scare predators away. And what she would actually do, if I touched her now, she would do it. And you would see like a little puff of tiny little hairs go up in the air. And that is her protecting herself, because what will happen is if those hairs land on you or go into your eyes or anything like that, it can be extremely dangerous. So more dangerous, they can be more dangerous than a tarantula bite. Those hairs, once they land on you, they have little barbs on them and they actually hook onto your skin. You can't see them, they're only very, very tiny, but it becomes really, really itchy. Trust me, first-hand experience, they will itch for 2 weeks. So a good 2 weeks they will be itchy. Another thing she uses her hair for is she will use her hair for listening. Now, I know that sounds a bit strange. She hasn't got any big earlobes like me and you. But what she's got, those hairs actually pick up vibration. And I don't doubt she's probably sat there now saying, she's at it again. Because I'm quite loud. I've got quite a high-pitched voice. So much so that my sister, she does have an hearing aid. And when she first spoke to me after having this hearing aid, she said to me, she was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I can hear you normal. She went, I used to just not be able to stand your voice. She went, but now I can actually hear you and it'd be normal. So, you know, I just thought she was being awful to me, as sisters do. But yeah, so I've got quite a high-pitched voice, and Charlotte will be able to hear those high pitches from my voice with the hairs on her legs, so she can feel vibration, which is very interesting. Oh, I could go on, honestly, I could go on about tarantulas and Charlotte and all day. I honestly could. So we've answered the next question. Are they cold or hot-blooded? They are cold-blooded, depending on the area there you live, will depend on the temperature of their body. So if they're living in a hot habitat, such as the desert, they will obviously be keeping quite warm majority of the time. But in a cooler area, such as the rainforest, they will be able to, obviously their body temperature will drop slightly during the night, because it does drop, although it's very, very humid in the rainforest, it would drop. And the average lifespan of a tarantula is round about 30 years. Yeah, which it's a massive commitment, obviously, if you're interested in spiders and you want to have a pet spider, anyone. Sorry, mums and dads. But yeah, 30 years, a long time, isn't it? So, our next worksheet. Oh yes, you've got your tarantula word search there. So then you've got your, I know I say it every day, guys, but please don't forget to colour these in and send me a picture. Put your numbers your amount of animals you find at the top, because we're going to send them. I've actually been in touch with a nursing home yesterday, so we're going to send them pictures as in a slideshow. So if you want your obviously your face to be involved in the picture, the slideshow, you can have yourself holding the worksheet, but also it's not needed. Just a picture would be fantastic. So I'm getting myself all mixed up. unscramble the words. So you've got an unscramble the words there. Yeah, I'm not going to go through that, guys. You can do that. You can do that without me. It's... I probably struggle doing that, to be totally honest. But it'll keep you occupied. And then, again, once you've done these, guys, if you want it full, because I think it'd be nice to share and show people what we are actually doing. And then we've got at the bottom of your unscramble the words, we have got label the body parts. I'm just actually going to look, because I don't think I've got an answer sheet for that. I haven't. Oh, I'm going to have to wing it now. I'm going to have to tell you answers myself without an answer sheet. I thought I did, but it's okay. I'll tell you. So, label the body parts. The first part is the cephalothorax. Now, that is literally the fused head and thorax together, also called a prosoma. That is the main body of your tarantula. So we'll have a look on Charlotte. Eyes as well. So this is this part. Where's my finger? So you can see that part of the tarantula. And you can see her little eyes. Just use my finger again. Find it. Just where my fingernail is. There, her eyes. And actually, spiders can have up to 8 eyes. The little jumping, really cute ones that do dances and stuff, they've got 8 eyes. But not 8 actual eyes, they're actually lenses rather than eyes. They do have, some have eyes, some have lenses. Like a fly has lots of lenses. The jaws, now these are the front. And if you look, at the minute how she's positioned, you can see she's got, if you count from the top, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and then she's got 4 on the other side as well. But if you look at the front, she's got these other 2 what almost look like little legs, and they're actually called pedipalps. Now they're sensors or feelers, and what she will actually do is she will use them for catching her prey. So once she's caught her prey, she will hold the prey to her body with those pedipalps to give her a chance to bite. Just see if we can see on this exoskeleton, if we can see her fangs. Just, sorry guys, in there, can you see? Her fangs are in there. See a bit there. And what will happen is when she, oh hang on, that's a better picture. From the top. So you can see those shiny fangs. Amazing are them. Good old Fred in second corner, you won't get to see them, will ya? But with those fangs, she'll bite her prey. Venom. So it's not poison, it's venom. Now poison is if you touch something or through a bite or, yeah. Now, when she's bit the insect, she'll inject her venom. And once the venom goes into the insides of the insect, it'll turn into a bit of a mushy, almost like a milkshake, I suppose. So, I know you're probably not going to have one of those famous milkshakes anytime soon, but next time you are slurping your milkshake, remember that is exactly how a spider will eat their food. So they don't have jaws like us, but they suck the insides of the insect up. Which is, I think, is quite amazing. Although not very good table manners, really. Now, the next one, yes, sorry, that is a mistype. So, spiders have 8 legs. Each leg is made of 7 segments. So, 7 segments to her leg. And if you can see, they're actually, you can see 1 segment, and then 2, 3, and then on the end 4. She's actually on the end of each foot as well. She's actually got tiny claws. Let me just see if I can see it on this. Just see if I can see it on. It's great having this exoskeleton. Not sure if it's picking it up. She's probably picking up my nails rather than my long nails. So you can see tiny, tiny little claws on the end. So that is how she will climb. And like I said before, obviously we've seen and that's grown back, which is quite amazing. And then, last but not least, on the back of her body, see if I can get a good shot here, she's got 2 spinnerets. Can't really see. Just see them just off her oh, there, perfect. So those spinnerets is actually where she would make her silk for her web. So remember, that web is underneath her to protect her at the minute, because obviously she's just shed. So they are quite amazing. Guys, just looking. Hope everybody has enjoyed today's video. Just turn myself around. You see, I've got a right sweat on. Whew. Warm in this animal room. Just turn that off. If anybody has any questions, please do let me know. It's great. I'm a bit disappointed today. I can't believe, I'm not sure what's happened with regards to comments and stuff like that. I'm not understanding. But yeah, I hope everybody's enjoyed the video. And any suggestions, maybe something you might want to see next week, might want to do next week as an idea, do let me know. Like I said, it'd be great if everybody could subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I will see you all tomorrow. Oh, tomorrow. I'm so excited for tomorrow. This is one of my favourites. Well, obviously they're all my favourite. But tomorrow is Colin. If you've met me, you will know who Colin is. If you haven't met me, you'll have to get a worksheet if you want to find out before tomorrow. Because this is super duper. Now, tomorrow's going to be, I'd give yourself 2 hours for tomorrow, because that is definitely one animal that I don't shut up about. But thank you so much for joining in, guys, and watching. Like I said, I do apologise I haven't been able to say hello to anyone, which is a bit disappointing for myself. But thank you so much. I can't tell you how much it means to me to be sat here talking to you. The internet does come in handy for something good, after all. And I'll see you all tomorrow. TTFN. And if you don't know what that means, it's ta-ta for now.